Hello, Nick Jones here, the visually impaired personal trainer, coming today from the Lakeside Fitness Studio to bring you my new series, the Strengthen and Tone at Home. The format of these sessions are going to be visually impaired friendly. Today we're going to be doing an upper body session, so what you're going to need for this is some kind of sturdy step, bench or table or chair, or a weight. So as long as you have one or the other, should be fine. And obviously if the weight's a bit too heavy for you, take more rests in the time. If it's too light for you, maybe skip the odd rest and just keep going through. Do 3 rounds per move. However, if you are new to exercise or newish to exercise, feel free to only do 1 or 2 of the rounds, and then in a spare round, do some jogging on the spot, some star jumps, or just go and have a drink and relax and breathe, okay? And then join back in when you feel you can. And if you do like the sound of that series, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nick Jones PT, for more episodes like that. Apart from that, please read the disclaimer in the description box below. Then come and join me outside and let's start the workout. Okay, so we're just going to start with a quick warm-up. Okay, so standing on your feet, arms nice and straight, and just swing them side to side. That's it, we're just going to get that upper body slowly warm. We're going to start with some active stretches, then slowly lift the heart rate as we progress through the warm-up. Okay, so now swing those arms forwards and backwards, sort of kind of like exaggerated marching arms.
Seconds.
Next up, we're going to warm up the rotator cuff muscles. You're going to have your arms straight out, level with the shoulders, in a sort of crucifix position, and you're going to go thumbs pointing up towards the sky, thumbs pointing down towards the floor. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. Warms up that rotator cuff muscle, ready for the press-ups. Now next up, you're going to do those exaggerating marching arms again, kind of forwards and backwards. So at this time, touch the back of your neck each time. This will make you bend the elbow and warm up your biceps and triceps. Next up, you're going to warm up your back. We're going to do some torso twists. So your feet stay still, and then you're just going to twist your upper body, chest to face sort of over your right shoulder, chest to face over your left shoulder. Just rotate through the middle of that torso. It's going to get the abs warmed up, the obliques warmed up, and the lower back. Next up, you're going to put your hands on the side of your thighs, and you're going to slide down and touch one knee, slide down, touch the other knee. It's going to warm up your QLs, the twisting muscles in the back. Okay, and for the last 2 moves, so now from your feet, you're going to walk out using your hands towards press-up position, walk back in using your hands, then reach up towards the sky or ceiling. So walk down towards press-up position without doing the press-up at the bottom, reach up towards the ceiling. So this is going to help slightly lift the heart rate and just warm up that upper body that little bit more. And after that, final one, we're going to hit some jacks, some jumping jacks, or star jumps, whatever you want to call them. We're just going to hit these to the end, and then we're going to get ready to go. So this will just finish lifting the heart rate and just get everything moving. Then get ready for the workout. Strengthen and tone, upper body. Here we go. Let's smash it. Okay, so we're going to start with our press-up retraction, okay? So you're going to do your normal press-ups. You're going to be sort of toes and hands on the floor. You're going to lower yourself down till your chest hits the floor, and then you're going to try and lift your hands off at the bottom whilst your chest is still on the floor. Then push yourself all the way back up, then back down, hands off the floor slightly, and then push yourself back up. Options on this one, you can do the same move from knees, or if that's still too hard, where you go all the way down and lift your hands off at the bottom, you can just do a normal press up and just go as deep as you feel you can. But just remember your options. If you're new to exercise, do the first 1 or 2 rounds, and then feel free in the 3rd round to kind of jump up, just do some star jumps or something, or jogging on the spot if you just want to burn a few extra calories. Or if you fancy the challenge, stick with the 3 rounds. Apart from that, just listen out for the timer. Rest there. Get off your hands. Give your wrists a break. And then we're going to go straight back in. 45 on, 15 off. So we're doing it kind of like HIIT intervaled. 2, 1, let's go. Press up retractions. Let's go again. So you know by now which option you're doing. Either go from knees and still do the retraction at the bottom, or go from knees and don't go quite as deep if you're struggling on this move. Adding the retraction is really good for the shoulder mobility and really good if you have any kind of desk job or you do office work for a living. But remember, any of these rounds, if you want to make it harder, do the movement more ferociously, faster, harder, bigger jumps. If you want to make them easier, slow it right down. Don't go as deep and just do what you can in the time, okay? So this workout should cater to all fitness levels. Rest there. Come on off your hands. And then get ready to go again for round 3. This is the bonus round. If it is just too tough for you at this point, feel free to do some jogging on the spot, some star jumps for a bit of an extra calorie burn. But apart from that bonus round, stick with it if you can. But if you're new or newish to exercise, I really do recommend you only do 1 or 2 of the rounds per move. It's also just worth noting, as you start to fatigue, make sure that bum try and get that bum to leave the ground at the same time as the chest.
Halfway there.
And let's just keep it going. Last time on these press-ups, about halfway. Just go, go, go.
10 seconds.
And again, you want to make it harder, go faster. Last few seconds, push, 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 push. Rest there. Next up, we are going to do our reverse shoulder press. So what you're going to do is you're going to go all the way down onto your tummy on the floor. So drop all the way down, everything touching the floor, face down on the floor. Then you're going to lift your chest up into the air.
Let's go.
And your thighs if you can. And then with your hands, you're going to simulate a shoulder press. So just slowly straighten your arms, slowly bring your arms back in. If you can, stay up, contracted the whole time, thighs and chest in the air, whilst on your tummy. Kind of a bit like a skydiver, but you're holding the top position, and then your hands are just moving in and out. This is going to be really good for the rear of the shoulder, the postural muscles, and the long-term health of that shoulder.
10 seconds.
So again, just do what you can. Stay up for the whole time if you can. If not, come down, take breaks, do what you can. Rest there. Have a breather. Rest however you want. And then we're going to do the same move again. So this is our next move. Round 2. Here we go. Flex everything up. Chest and thighs into the air. Get as little of your body touching the floor as possible, and then just hit that reverse shoulder press. Hands slowly move away from you, hands slowly come back. Hands slowly come away from you, hands slowly come back. You should feel every muscle in the back of the body working here. The hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, the rear of the shoulder. Everything working. And again, the whole purpose of these sessions is to design it so it's as little equipment as possible for those of you who don't have much equipment. Rest there. Round 3 coming up, the bonus round. Stick with it if you can. If not, do the star jumps or jogging in between for that extra calorie burn.
Let's go.
So we are underway for the 3rd and final round. So remember, flex the chest up, lift the thighs in the air, reverse shoulder press. So slowly straighten those arms, slowly pull the hands back towards you. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Just do what you can. Whatever option you're doing, just work away. Work as good as you can. Remember, the harder you push, the more you get out of it. And let's just see it all the way through, and then we're going to change the move.
Rest.
Okay, so next up we're going to move on to the tricep. So you're going to get your step or stool or bench or sturdy chair. Make sure it's nicely in place. It's not going to move once you're on it. And we're going to do some tricep dips. Sit on the end of whatever it is. Hold on to the edge of it. And then keep your feet nice and far away from you. Take your body weight up into the air and slowly lower yourself down off of that bench. Bend at your elbow and then straighten at the elbow. So you sort of lower yourself down, push yourself back up as if you're going to sit back on it. Trick is for this one is make sure you keep your chest up nice and tall as you do this move. This puts the shoulder at a nicer angle. And only go as deep as you feel comfortable, okay? If you want to make it tougher, you can have your legs straight out in front of you. I find I can get a nice big squeeze on my triceps without doing, as it's all about that mind-muscle connection. This strengthening in tone sort of series, it's not just about surviving rounds. You want to be making sure you're actively trying to work that muscle. So we're resting. Get ready for round 2. Make sure you come off the wrist, so properly sit on your bench or stool or whatever you're using.
Let's go.
And here we go. Just another thing to note, just make sure you keep that bum nice and close to the bench or chair as you lower yourself down. Right, round 2, here we go. So just lower yourself down till you get a bit of a stretch in that tricep. Press yourself up, squeeze your triceps hard as you can. Just make sure you keep that chest nice and upright to make it nice on the shoulder.
Halfway there.
And again, we're choosing exercises like this just so we can do as sort of minimal equipment at home workouts. In my future upper episodes where we're doing upper body, if I am using a weight for a tricep move, always feel free to go back to this one if that's all the equipment you've got. So you just get a really good pump in that tricep work in the back of the arm. It's a popular area that people like to work. And we're resting. Get ready for that third and final round, bonus round. If it is just too tough right now, again, feel free to hit some star jumps, go for a bit of an extra calorie burn.
Let's go.
If not, join me for round 3. We are underway. So, final time. Keep that bum nice and close to the bench as you lower yourself down. Chest up nice and tall. Squeeze the triceps hard as you can at the top.
Halfway there.
Last chance to work the underarm. Let's tone it, let's shape it, let's get it strong.
10 seconds.
Final 10 seconds, as many as you can now. Try and stay on the bench, just push, 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 push. Burn those triceps up.
Rest.
And rest there. So next up, we're going to do some bicep curl mid-range pulses. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to stand up, you're going to hold 2 weights, and you're going to glue your elbow to your bottom rib, and you're going to slowly straighten a little, slowly bend a little, slowly straighten a little, slowly bend a little. So it's a mid-range pulse, okay? We're not going all the way down to the bottom or all the way up to the top. You're just pulsing the mid-range, and you're just holding the tension in that bicep. Make sure those elbows don't go backwards and forwards. Just make sure that elbow joint is just opening slightly, closing slightly, opening slightly, closing slightly. And then just feel the burn in the bicep.
10 seconds. Rest.
First round done. There we go. So, we know what we're doing now. 2 rounds to go for the final move on the upper body. So again, remember, glue that elbow to your bottom rib. You don't want it traveling forwards and backwards.
Let's go.
And you're just going to do a mid-range pulse. Okay, so imagine 100% of the range of motion is right at the top, where the top of the bicep curl, where your sort of hands near your shoulder, and 0% is where your arm's completely straight and the weight's down by your sort of hip. We're trying to do 40 to 60% of the range of motion. Just
Halfway
pulsing
there.
that mid-range. And trying to get those biceps to light up. And set them on fire.
10 seconds.
This is your second round, so remember, if you're new or newish to exercise, just do the first 1 or 2 rounds. But if you fancy the extra challenge, see this round through and then join me for the bonus round. Rest there. Here we go then, third and final one. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Right, let's do this. Let's go, go, go. So remember, 40 to 60% of the range of motion, just mid-range bicep pulse. Little bend, little straighten at the elbow. Keep that elbow glued to your bottom rib. And remember, if this is too tough for you at this point, remember, hit those star jumps or jogging on the spot if you want a bit of extra calorie burn, if you are new to kind of strength and tone work. Apart from that though, if you're not, just grind it out. Last 15 seconds.
10 seconds.
Last 10. Hang in there, try and hold them up, hold them up, hold them up, hold them up.
Rest.
Rest there, good job. All done, put the weights down and let's have a bit of a stretch. Okay, so stand up nice and tall. Kind of arms out like a sort of crucifix. Okay, so sort of hands level with the shoulders, arms out nice and straight. Thumbs up towards the sky. And then slowly just turn your thumbs back. So your palms kind of facing up towards the sky. And then you should feel a nice stretch through your bicep. Even feel free to kind of peel your knuckles towards your forearms. You get a nice stretch through the forearms and into the biceps. Next up, touch the back of the neck, pull the elbow across for a tricep stretch. Then switch over, so use the other hand, touch the back of the neck, and then just pull the elbow across. Next up, we're going to stretch the chest. So what you're going to do is put your hands to the base of your spine, palms flat on your back, pull your elbows towards each other and lift the chest up nice and high towards the sky. Look up towards the sky too, so you get a nice stretch across that chest.
Rest.
Really good postural stretch, really good for long-term shoulder health. And then come on down to hands and knees. Arms dead straight above you, palms sort of nearest each other for child's pose stretch. So you can be hands and knees, hands nice and straight above you, and then just sink back towards your heels with your hips. Another really good stretch for posture. And apart from that, if you did enjoy that today, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps support me. Ask me some questions in the comments below. Like the video. Share it on your social media, whatever you fancy. And look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.